Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. All things Middle Earth here with a video on the Elven Craftsman's Hammer and the new update on how this is going to work, which is actually a very positive change for gear in general for this game. So stay tuned and sit tight on any gear decisions you're going to be making in the game, because it might benefit you to wait about a week before you make any decisions with strengthening or refining or breaking down pieces of gear. Just hold on, watch the video, and then you can decide. But at least I'm trying to warn people of the gear and how it works is changing enough that again, it's very good. But if you don't wait till the update, you're not going to get these new benefits. So stay tuned. We're going to break this down in just 1 second coming up. Now, before we jump in and look at the changes happening to this item, the Elven Craftsman's Hammer, if you did not know, is an item you can select in your inventory. You can buy them in the end of season shop for 200 season points, and with those 200 points, you get 2 of the hammers. They also gave everyone 2 to start out with when they were released. And I believe there were if you have Haldir's R10 item, you also got given 2 as well, since they changed how his effect worked. But anyway, if you click on using the hammer, you can go to your inventory. You can select pieces of gear, and prior to this, there was no way to do this very legitimately. You would just lose items if you strengthened one and put it into another. Now you can actually break down items and get back not only the refined materials used, but the worn out items used for strengthening here, which is, it's okay. It allows you to reshuffle effects. Maybe if you really made a bad decision and you have a really good piece and have a good effect inside, it's kind of nice. The big thing is, I think, is for R10 items. It allows you to break down R10 items, which was not able to be done before. So for me personally, I had Dwalin's axes fully strengthened, and I was able to get rid of those. I could put Eowyn's shield in here if I wanted to and break it down. Once they're completely broken down, you can use it on a completely non-strengthened R10 item and get rid of it completely, and it just refunds you 60 of whatever mithril for the rarity of the piece. So it's very good for R10 items, but that's kind of the extent of it. However, the update after the 22nd changes that and makes it, moving forward, like a lot more forgiving for gear. So let's pull the update up and talk about what it means for the future of the game. Okay, so this notice was posted in the Discord. It says the Elven Craftsman's Hammer notice. It says, "Dear Tacticians, the Elven Craftsman's Hammer has been available for several months now, and we've collected numerous suggestions and feedback from you all, which is good. We will optimize the utility of the Elven Craftsman's Hammer to improve your gaming experience. Starting after the March 22nd update, about a week from now, the equipment and items that are used for strengthening or refining equipment will be kept track of on the equipment details page." So any equipment after this update that you use to strengthen or refine will be tracked on the equipment details page. You can use the Elven Craftsman's Hammer to reset the equipment to obtain all of the equipment and items that were used for equipment strengthening and refinement. So remember, before I was talking about the hammer, really best cases with the R10 items. There are some uses where it's nice for other pieces of gear, but for the most part, it was a little bit underwhelming. Now, the way it's going to work is, once they start tracking items, you could use the hammer on any item and get back the items used to refine, but also the exact items used to strengthen, which is a very good thing. The only issue is it doesn't help you if you've been playing the game since day one and you made mistakes way back when and want to make those right. It just, to me, I'm thinking they do not have the ability to go back and track what those things are. At least that's what it sounds like. So that's how it's going to work. So again, it clarifies that here. It says, "Note, the equipment that was consumed during equipment strengthening before the update will only be recorded as worn equipment of the same rarity, and the worn equipment of the same rarity will return to you after you use the Elven Craftsman's Hammer to reset the equipment." So again, hop back over to the game. Right now, the way it works and the way it's going to work on stuff that's already been strengthened before the update, if I put this cask that's submerged isle here and click OK, I get worn out materials back for the strengthening, and you do get the exact items back for the refinement. And that's going to be the case for any items done before the update. But moving forward after the 22nd, if I go to whatever on my page and strengthen it, there will be, I believe, somewhere in here on the equipment detail page where it says, this is strengthened with these items, and it's got this much of the same item in it for refinement. And then if you choose to use the hammer, you're going to get all that back, which again basically means if you're starting the game right now, if you start the game after the point of this date, I think it's an extremely good change. The choice anxiety that this game elicits with the gear choices, where you have to decide what gear you want to use on who, and if you do strengthen and move stuff around, some of the stuff is gone forever. And so that just induces this anxiety in people. which is not really a fun experience. It's the same thing with Commander Respect, which is why we still need a Commander Respect refund system that could work very similarly to the Elven Craftsman's Hammer. I absolutely think there could be a different item that's just for commanders for respect, and it works similarly to this. But again, it doesn't really help us if you've been playing the game for a long time. It's really a good thing for the future of the game, which again, I do support because I want the game to do well. So if you're a newer player, or maybe you've not done a whole lot of gear stuff, hold on for a week, wait till this update's going, and then you can make some gear choices. And at least every season, you can grab a couple of these hammers and undo some decisions you've made. Maybe you just are someone who likes to try new stuff. You can do that a little bit more risk-free now. Before, if you wanted to try a new commander or try new gear, it was very unforgiving. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm curious what we think they could do to make this better for older players, because again, it just seems like they don't have the ability to go back and track. And let's say they just can't see what I have in the gigantic hammer. They don't have the function in their system to see what was used in this gigantic hammer, so they can't give those items back, because that would be my understanding. So if it's not possible, is there something they could do for veteran players to say, hey, we know you guys can't benefit from this, but we know you were kind of the ones who like were the guinea pigs. Here's a show of our, whatever. Is there something reasonable they could do that would make this a little better for older players? Maybe they just give some kind of a gear chest out to players that have played the game for X amount of seasons. I don't know. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. If there are any reasonable things that we could request as a community to say, hey, I've been playing this game for a year. I don't benefit from this. It's great for the future of the game, but can you throw us a bone, because those of us who don't have this just had to make bad choices and suck it up and spend more money to support the game. So all that being said, it'd be nice if they could help us out a little bit. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. That's going to do it for me this one, and I'll see you all in a future video.